Hey, let's talk about it, cause honestly we need to talk about social issues, just uplifting my people. Yeah, let's talk about it. Come join the conversation. A connection's what we're creating. Yeah.
What's happening, everybody? How y'all doing? So today, what I wanted to talk about is, saying, well, first of all, let me caveat that by saying this, right? I never ask no people to share nothing, this, that, and the other, but if this message that I'm about to say resonates with you, please share it. So what I wanted to talk about is how people try to faith their way out of their own bad decisions. People will try to faith their way out of their own bad decisions. What I mean by that is this. A lot of times you are where you are simply because of the decisions that you've made. Now, along the time of that decision-making process, you will have people in your life that will preach to you, don't do X, Y, and Z. If you do X, Y, and Z, this is what's going to happen. This comes along with that. I remember when, my grandfather, I call myself being smart, right? Like not being smart as far as talking back, but like just knowing stuff, right? And I remember we had a conversation and I was telling him, I was like, Papa, if God knows everything and he knows that I'm going to walk down this hallway and trip over this skateboard, I said, there's nothing I can do about it. He already knows that I'm going to walk down that hallway and trip over that skateboard. And I thought I stomped him, right? Like I thought I stomped him and I'm just sitting back and I'm smiling. And he told me, he always kept a straight face. He said, well, yeah, but what if I told you to move that skateboard all week? And I thought about it for a minute. I'm like, what? That don't make no sense. But what he was telling me was, yes, God knows that I'm going to walk down there and trip over that skateboard, but he also provided the option not to. So me falling over that skateboard was me putting myself in a position. Now, after I fall over that skateboard and I hurt my arm, now I'm praying that it isn't broken. Hence to what I just said. Some people try to faith themselves out of bad situations in relationships. You can get with someone and there can be people in your life, people that actually love you, that will tell you, don't do it. Something in my spirit is saying that is not the person for you. Now, you can adheed what they're saying, or you can sit up there and be like, they don't never want to see me happy, blah, 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 and this, that, and other. So you go down that road. Now you walking down that road and all of these bad stuff is happening to you. Now, this happens. You come, oh my gosh, I can't believe this, that, and other. Those same people that warned you are still in your corner and they're like, hey, listen, now's the time. Step away, break away. Come on, man, you got to get out there. And you still are walking down that road. But as you walk down that road, you're constantly putting on social media and this, that, and other, how much faith that you have, right? But what you're trying to do is you are trying to faith yourself out of a bad situation. This situation is what you put yourself into. And that's what I think people don't understand about life. That's why so many people have questions about God. If God was real, why this, that, and the other is happening? You see, a lot of times things happen as collateral damage. If you're a parent and you have planted seed into the ground, right? You have planted, what grows in the ground? Corn, whatever, right? You planted corn. And when harvest is coming, you're out there praying for cotton. Then when the corn comes, you blame God. God, see this, that, and the other, right? No, you planted corn. And a lot of people today, and even in past tense, they don't understand that what you plant must grow. And a lot of times, even in my life, I had to sit back and I had to evaluate myself. And I do this constantly, right? And if one of my kids are having a problem, sometimes I'll sit back and I'll be like, okay, what am I saying that's going to navigate them through this? And a long time ago, I stopped dealing in emotions. Because when you deal in emotions, you make emotional decisions. See, dealing in emotions, right? Like I'm a carrier. Dealing in emotions will have a simple fender bender turn into a shootout because you're in your emotions. And a lot of times when you're in your emotions and you're always in an emotional state, look at somebody's social media and look at what they post every other week. Every other week, it's this person did that, this person did that. That's why God gonna come tell me. But look at your life. What are you planting into the ground? So when you talk about if there was a guy such and such wouldn't be happening or blah, 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 this, that, and other, look what's planted, because what's planted has to grow. If you are surrounded by all types of turmoil, all types of this, that, that's what you planted in the ground. If like, see, for me, I tell everybody all the time, I was dealing with so much, of trying to, clear my name in a lot of situations, right? But what I learned is like, you can't do that because that's dealing in emotions. There are certain people that are not going to like you, not because of anything that you have done. And I think I've said this before. It's because your spirit irritates their demons. That's why they sit around and say, I can't stand him. I can't stand her. They think they all that. Because I'm walking in my purpose. I think I'm all that? Or is walking in my purpose irritating the fact that you have not stepped out on faith and walked in yours? That's why we care about so much. Look at this part. Look at them. They think they all that. You know what I'm saying? If they know this, that. No. That's your inner demons. That's your inner demons. So now you sitting here, it's about to go in September. You already talking about next year is going to be your year. But what you have planted into the ground has to sprout up. And when you are a parent, what you must understand is karma. Because sometimes karma will skip you. And it will go to your kids because of what you have done. Now that's not necessarily, sometimes we can come from good stock and then there's just bad off seeds, right? Like they're just bad off seeds. But those off seeds all had a choice and they all had an option. Now they trying to faith their way out of bad decisions. We all know these type of people. They sitting up there and they complaining, oh man, God, please pray for me. You know what I'm saying? This, that, and other. Okay, well, check this out. You complaining about bills being due, but you got on the new Jordans. You complaining about the car note, but you out here partying. Then you will turn around and blame everybody around you for not helping you, but you put yourself in that position. So now guess what it is? If it's family, they like, man, family ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? This, that, and other, blah, 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 blah. If it's friends, man, I ain't got no friends. I'm going to do this all by myself, this, that, and other. No, you have put yourself in a position and now you're trying to faith your way out. And you can't even faith your way out because of what you have planted in the ground. You have to look at yourself and understand why you are where you are. A lot of times, like myself, I have dreams and goals that to some look unobtainable. So I can't complain when I'm having faith conversations with unfaithful people. If I'm telling people, this is my plan, this is my dreams, and they like, oh, that can't happen. Oh man, this, that, and other. That's my fault. That's my fault. I have to use the spirit of discernment and I have to know I can't have this type of conversation with this person because they don't even have enough faith in themselves to get them out of their situation. No, I have to have a conversation with someone who has faith, because when a person has faith, they're going to push you into greatness. If somebody comes to me, I want to push them into greatness, because you know why? If God did it for them, he could do it for me. So anyways, man, I hope this blessed somebody out there, man. And if it did, just share it, because somebody out there right now are making emotional decisions and trying to faith their way out of it.
Hey, let's talk about it, cause honestly we need to talk about social issues, just uplifting my people. Yeah, let's talk about it. Come join the conversation. A connection's what we're creating. Yeah.